Glazed eyes just trying to fit in. Slow dancing, sloppy kissing. You did your time. You didn't know what you were missing. All secondhand ambition. Till you went drifting down the double yellow line. You went from black and white to technicolor overnight. You ain't in Kansas anymore. Nothing's the same as it was before. You're such a long way gone. Can't click your heels and go home again, baby. And one thing's for sure, you ain't in Kansas anymore. Framed on your mother's mantle is the you they all could handle. Out here you're such a scandal. Now you're on your own. Grown, you can't hold a candle to the kid in light blue flannel. Now you watch a different channel than the folks at home. You seen the curtain fall, nothing back there after all. You ain't in Kansas anymore. Nothing's the same as it was before. It's such a long way gone. Can't click your heels and go home again, baby. And one thing's for sure, you ain't in Kansas anymore. Courage and heart, heart and mind, and all of the truth inside of you, you needed to find. You ain't in Kansas anymore. Nothing's the same as it was before. It's such a long way gone. Can't click your heels and go home. You ain't in Kansas anymore. Nothing's the same as it was before. It's such a long way gone. Can't click your heels and go home again, baby. And one thing's for sure, you ain't in Kansas anymore.
Sorry about that. Hi, everybody.
I was muted. Hi there, guys. We are nobody's girl. Who are you? Where are you? Tell us about yourself. We want to know.
And in case you're wondering why there are two of us on screen instead of three, our lovely third bandmate, Grace Pettis, has been a very active volunteer with the vaccination rollout. And she got a call at the 11th hour saying that one of her volunteer shifts was going to be today. And so we didn't want to deny the community the good work that she's doing, and she is such a champ that she recorded special performances specifically for tonight. They are not canned performances from before, and so that she could still be here with y'all even though she's out there volunteering to help save lives, basically.
Yay, Grace Pettis.
Yay, Grace Pettis.
She's the best. And we'll be sharing some information throughout the night about how you can volunteer in your community if that's the kind of thing you're into. So check that out. And tonight, kicking it off for us is going to be the one, the only, Ms. Betty Sue.
Here we go. This is a song that had a fun dance video. We have a special line dance that we can't wait to do in person with you guys one day, specifically choreographed for this song. So I hope that wherever you are, you're dancing along.
I'm not sending up flares, no SOS. Don't call the National Guard, it's just a little black dress. The trouble I find is the trouble I run to. Don't wanna be saved, don't wanna be rescued. Rescued. Mr. Wrong, you look so right. So baby, come on, I'm a good time tonight. They're playing my song, gonna rave on through. Don't wanna be saved, don't need to be rescued. Rescued. Everything's fine, running everywhere. I'm right on time. I'll sleep when I'm dead. Yeah. In 100 years, well, who's gonna know if I burn too hot or learn too slow? I'm loving the mess I'm getting into. Don't need to be saved, don't need to be rescued. Rescued. Rescued.
Thanks. That is Rescued. That will be on our new album. And I'm going to pass the baton over to my bandmate, Rebecca Loby.
Hello. Am I unmuted? Sorry. I just said hello like 7 times in a span of 8 seconds. Hi. It's so nice to be here with you guys tonight. We want to say a special hi to the folks watching from the West Coast with the Inside Lands house concert. Drew over there has been doing some great work helping us co-promote the show, and we appreciate it so much. It's just one of the ways we are able to keep ourselves afloat and in business as a harmony singing trio that is only performing remotely during these crazy, crazy times. The other way we are keeping ourselves afloat is, of course, by selling our merchandise and inviting you all to tip us if you're so inclined. No pressure. It's a free show, but you can pay for it. So down below, we are nobodysgirl.com/store is a great way to put a little virtual love in the virtual tip jar. We'd appreciate it. And the other thing you can do to help us really get the party going, our monthly First Friday party, is to invite your friends. So if you have an index finger and you can put it on your mouse and click the share button, it will send this show out into the universe. Share it on Facebook, share it on your Twitter, text it to your mom, invite her to join you. It's more fun with friends and family here. Don't you think? I think so. On that note, just kidding, this is not a song about that. This is the first song that we ever wrote together as a band. In fact, we weren't even a band yet. Mysterious. This song is the reason we are a band. Welcome, honey, to Queen City, 20 miles west of the line. Meridian, Mississippi, where the beaten path unwinds. Leave your gold, your casseroles, your bottles of sweet red wine. I have no idea what that was. Your losing hand, your wedding band, polished to a shine. No matter where you're running from whichever road you've come, pilgrims, children, want a mother's arms. Magazines describe the scene as the caravans came to town. 20,000 strangers crowded in from all around. Paid respect, Sunday best, a sermon and then a song. Clapping hands, a marching band, gild the lily till dawn. No matter where you're running from whichever road you've come, pilgrims, children, want a mother's arms. Ooh, 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 Kelly was buried under many stars, scattered in the sight of God. She had 14 babies, one unborn, gravestones new and worn, hills of roses, hills of thorns. No matter what you're running from whichever road you've come, pilgrims, children, want a mother's arms. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for sharing the show. Thanks for sharing your love in the virtual tip jar. And thanks to our dear friend, sweet bandmate Grace Pettis, for giving us some exclusive virtual performances to enjoy. I'm going to kick it over to her, Grace Pettis. Here we go. Let's see how this works. Grace Pettis. Boom.
Song called Tiger, and it's about the things that hold us back and keep us down, and the things that we rise above, and the things that make us strong. And sometimes those are the same things, you know. It's the stuff that we love and we hate, and the rage that we keep just right there simmering below the surface. So yeah, this is a song called Tiger. Alarm clock's ringing and it's off to the races. Gotta make a decent breakfast, gotta find a parking space. And now the boss is in here early, gotta look him in the eye. Make it all look easy, never let him see me try. For once in my life I wanna have too much to drink. For once in my life I wanna tell him what I think. Tongue between my teeth, taste of iron in my mouth. Iron in my mouth, can't let it out. I've got a tiger by the toe. Even if he hollers, won't let go. Won't let go. Even if he, I've got a tiger by the toe. Even if he hollers, won't let go. Won't let go. Even if he hollers. Never met my neighbors and I lived here 7 years. If I died tonight, would anybody care? Wonder if my ex would answer, I don't want to be alone. I could blow my life up just by picking up the phone. For once in my life, I want to cut and run. For once in my life, I want to have a little fun. If nobody can see me, no one's gonna know. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna know. I've got a tiger by the toe. Even if he hollers, won't let go. Won't let go. Even if he, I've got a tiger by the toe. Even if he hollers, won't let go. Won't let go. Even if he hollers, so go on. Go on.
think you may be muted, Rebecca.
Why am I so bad at this tonight? It's like I always have to unmute myself, but I think I'm just ready. I'm ready for in person. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy we can make it happen this way, but I'm ready to be on stage with people directly and not have to unmute myself. Although what if I like forget and it's like after you're on stage singing a song and then I like think I have to unmute myself. It's like when I try and pinch and zoom a piece of paper.
We just start talking thinking nobody can hear us.
Oh yeah.
Danger. Well, I just want to say if anybody has any questions, especially if you have like real gossipy questions about Grace, since she's not here to defend herself, you should definitely ask them tonight. No, I'm kidding. But really, if you do have any questions, somebody recently said like, you guys haven't had a Q&A in a while. And I was like, oh, Q&A season is always open. So you can always do Q&A during our shows. Just go ahead and ask away and we'll be happy to either give you an honest answer or make one up if that feels better in the moment.
True story.
I'm just kidding. Anyway, this song is one that will also be on our next record. It is not out yet as a single, but we are really looking forward to the day that you guys can hear it.
We are. I've lost us on screen. I'm having tech failures. I lit a candle specifically to make sure we didn't have tech failures. All right, we're back. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I saw your face in the stars last night, shining down from a clear black sky. Colorado turned out the lights.
1,000 miles from California, sing 1,000 more to the Blue Ridge Mountains, all in the cradle of your weary hands.
Staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide, looking to the left, looking to the right.
Cardboard city full of government tents, kids trying to sleep over subway vents, keeping watch over cold cement. No vote in North Dakota with a native ID. Churches shot, Philly, Jersey, Kansas, Tennessee. We're all waking up from the same lost street.
Staring at the... You too!
Sorry, staring at the great
Divide, staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide, looking to the left, looking to the right.
Is there a sign on your neighbor's lawn that makes you wonder how we went so wrong? Show me a side we can all get on. I saw a man quilt an 8-foot flag with just his hands and a pile of rags. Sometimes all we need is what we have. Staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide, looking to the left, looking to the right.
I only see what I can see, feeling small and not that free. 'Cause from where I stand, this doesn't look like the promised land.
Staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide. 'Cause from where I stand, the promised land.
It's like we kept waiting for Grace to come in and sing, and we're like, oh wait, she's not here.
Wait a minute. She didn't record her third of that song.
That could have been real tricky.
Oh, gosh. Well, you guys, I'm very excited. I have exciting news. Are you ready for exciting news? Let's take a moment. Let's look at the comments. Let's build some anticipation.
Yeah. And
We've
maybe
got
there are
Ingrid
questions.
Corona. We've got Ingrid out there dancing. We've got Drew out
Tom
there
said
just
Grace is really
hyping.
in for it tonight. Mark said, what is Grace's real hair color?
Nobody knows.
Red. It's really red right now.
We all know.
It is not.
It's really red.
It's not like red in my
not red.
imagination right now. It is really red. It
That
is
is true.
actually
You're right.
red for real.
I stand corrected. Everybody knows.
Let's see. Becca doesn't look as enthusiastic about continual Q&A as Betty Sue. Says
I did.
Joanna.
I couldn't actually see myself on camera at the time that I was reacting to that, so you probably saw my true reaction.
She's like, what is Betty Sue promising? I did not agree to that.
Yikes!
Oh my God.
All right. Well, now that we have adequately built some anticipation,
Yeah,
I think that really made a difference. That was palpable. I have a very special announcement. Drum roll, please. We have a very special guest waiting in the wings. It is the one, the only Bay Area favorite, Ms. Megan Slankard. Woo! Welcome.
Hey. I'm excited to be here. Hello.
We're excited to have you.
I have to say that I think that Nobody's Girl might be the band that possesses the best hair overall. All of you have the best hair. It might be a weird thing to say, but
Go on.
I don't think that's a weird thing to say.
You know, you might not know this, but Betty Sue's hair has its own anonymously written Facebook fan page. Yeah, it's been going for years. And someone out there, or actually maybe Betty Sue's hair gained sentience and started a Facebook account because it is dead on, always up to date about changes in Betty Sue's hairstyle and narrates its journey in the first person voice of Betty Sue's hair. And
I
Betty
didn't start
Sue
it.
has...
What did you say?
She said she didn't start it.
Yeah, I
Don't
don't
look
know
at
who
me.
started, but it's really funny. Betty Sue's hair. I love you.
What happened the time that you messaged your hair, Betty Sue?
I messaged my hair once and I said, I think it was when we were on tour with Nobody's Girl, and I sent them a
It
message
came up a lot.
and said like, hey, I don't know who you are, but I just want, and I don't really want to know because the secret is kind of wonderful, but I just want you to know that I'm really glad you're there, and it brings me a lot of joy because you're really funny, and I just appreciate that you're there. And I got a reply that said, Betty Sue, we're right here on top of your head, and we're here for you all the time.
So supportive.
They're committed. It's so good.
It's great. It's great. Really,
I wish
super
my
great.
hair would be that cooperative. I usually just put it under a hat and call it a day.
Your hair looks adorable right now.
Thank you.
I really.
Nick is requesting a link to the Betty Sue's hair page. Maybe we can try and dig that up.
I will dig that up.
Does anybody have any questions for us? Because we're going to ask questions of Megan. I have my first question of Megan, which is, Megan, where did you grow up? Are you a Bay Area native?
I sort of. I'm southeast South Bay
Sure.
area native. I grew up in Tracy, California, which is the place people stop to pee on their way to Tahoe.
Got it. Cool. Yeah. Megan Slankard, born in a toilet on the way to Tahoe.
Hey, no, it's a great little town. I love it. But when we moved there wasn't a lot to offer. It was pretty small. It was about 30,000 people, and we lived outside of that. So there was
Outside of the 30,000 person town.
outside
Got
of the
it.
30. Yeah, and we had to drive into the small town to get milk and stuff. It's fun. It's a good place to grow up. Lots
That does
of,
sound like a nice place to grow
That
up.
does sound
Quiet.
like a nice
farm
place to
animals.
Safe.
Yeah. It was good.
What's your
It's good.
favorite farm
Smell
animal?
of manure.
What's my favorite farm animal? Ostrich.
Oh, it's like an exotic farm.
Wow.
No, I don't know. Chickens,
Oh.
probably. The small
One-
version of an ostrich.
One time when I was like 11 or 12, my family went on our first and last camping trip. And it was sort of an exploratory affair
a lot of it
where,
right there.
yes, there were 6 of us, 4 kids born in 3 years, my parents. We set up a couple of tents, but we were in a campsite with a lot of amenities, which is actually a trailer park. So we were like the one of 2 families out of the hundreds of spots that were in a tent. Everybody else was in, RVs and stuff. And like, so my brother Chris and I were like rubbing sticks together, trying to like make a fire. I'm like 12, he's 9. We're trying to like make a fire so that we can like make our baked potatoes, like, wrapped in foil and stuff for dinner. And this girl in the trailer next to us comes out. She's barefoot and she yells, "Ma, the TV ain't working." And my brother Chris is like whittling his sticks and he goes, "TV." So I think about that a lot, but I thought of it now because we stayed 2 or 3 nights. And on the last night we were there at about 3 a.m, there was all of this commotion outside, like people yelling, craziness. We all woke up, jumped out, and an emu, which is not dissimilar from an ostrich, had broken out of the nearby petting zoo and was running around the trailer park campsite. And like, we all like were out of our tents. Everybody's in their pajamas. People are running after this emu trying to capture it. And it like ran into our tent, not like physically inside, but like hit the wall of it. And people were trying, and they ran off. And it was very exciting. And it was also definitely the last time we went camping.
I mean, what a way to go out.
Well, on that note,
Wait, we have a couple of questions. We did have.
we do? Great.
When was the last time all 3 of us were in the same place? And that was over a year ago. That was in February, right?
Yeah.
Our tour to the southeast. We
Yeah, I
played
think
a couple
maybe
shows
that Baton
in Florida
Rouge.
and Baton Rouge, and
Yeah.
yeah. I think
Not to
that
throw
run.
myself into this, but we were all supposed to go on tour over here on the West Coast in October.
Like 5 months ago.
I was so excited. I was like, yay, it's going to be fun. And that got
I was so excited too. I'll have to do that another time.
I know. Rain check, please.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Do we have any other questions? I don't want to skip
I just
any.
want to say Dan's sitting in San Jose right now at work, which thanks for tuning in at work, Dan. Also, hello, neighbor.
And thanks to Drew for passing the tip jar. So
Yes,
Yeah,
Drew, you're a
Drew,
hero.
fans.
hero.
All heroes wear capes, y'all.
I feel like Joanna had a question at some point. Where was that?
Joanna did just check out the hair page.
Oh,
I think
she
for the
asked
first
if I
time,
was
maybe.
if I had listened to Jenny Reynolds. Oh, she was asking that of Emerson. Okay, never mind. And Tom said, Grace will never know what we say tonight. Nobody ever sees what's on the internet, right?
True story.
Totally. She'll never watch this.
Somebody asked if Grace, where is it? Somebody asked if Grace pre-recorded some dad jokes for us in her videos. And I personally hope so, if only so I can see Betty Sue's reaction faces backstage.
No, here it is. Look.
Heather.
I love you, Heather.
I hope she did.
It's so funny.
I hope she did.
Grace will be really pleased that she's known for that.
I know.
She'll be really
I
pleased.
know. I feel like it's been so fun being in a band with Grace for 3 years because over the last 3 years, like she was a little shy about her dad jokes and a little shy about her love of Star Trek. And she's embraced both of those things enormously. And it's just been so fun to see.
It's awesome.
She's her authentic self, y'all. She's just as sweet and just as nerdy and just as obsessed with dad jokes in the car as she is at shows.
True. It's true.
It's true. All right. Well, I think maybe we're ready for some more music. What do we think? Music?
I think
Music?
so. I think it's time for
great.
music.
I think it's time for music. I especially think so because we are going to be graced with not one, but 2 songs by the incredibly talented, witty, hilarious, brilliant, beautiful songstress, the one and only Ms. Megan Slankard.
Yay! Hey, it's me! Sorry, that was obnoxious, but it's what happens when you've been talking to your plants for a couple weeks and then suddenly you get to talk with humans. Thanks for having me. I am a huge fan of Nobody's Girl, so this is a delightful, fun thing for me. It's like a show in a show. I think I'm going to play, I was thinking about this, I'm going to play, it's been a while since I've played music. I'm going to play I'm So Glad It's You, JoJo. I'm going to play a mean song that I wrote and will be releasing on my, I have a double EP project that was supposed to come out last year, and it's coming out this year instead. That's all right. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be a great year, everybody. And this is a little mean song to kick it off, and just a small reminder not to date a songwriter. You're so funny, I can hear you all the way clear across the country. Don't care that you're behaving, you're your mother's favorite baby, and your father don't know quite what to do with you, boy. Did you get what you came for? Did you get what you wanted? Put a ring on her finger, I give you a daughter. Will it fix all of the problems you've had since you were in college and you haven't figured out what to do with them yet? It's the right thing. Listen to your heart sing. Listen to the freeway. Listen to a feeling speed. Listen to your pain. Listen to what your mama say. You do what you wanna. You take what you gotta, but you better leave me. You better leave me with California. Oh, California. You better leave me. You better leave me with California. Oh, California. You're so stupid, I think you're so stupid. Did you think that the whole world is gonna bring you to your ruin? Get dressed in disguises, but there should be no surprises when there always come a time you gotta deal with it. But everything you gave me in a cardboard box, drive it to the corner of the neighborhood thrift shop. If it's from you, I don't want it, but some lucky sucker coming in this week find some really good shit. It's the right thing. Listen to your heart sing. Listen to the freeway. Listen to me speeding. It's free. Do your thing. Listen to what your mama say. You do what you wanna. You take what you gotta, but you better leave me. You better leave me with California. Ah, California. Oh, you better leave me. You better leave me with California. Oh, California. Always been the right thing. Listen to my heart sing. Listen to the freeway. Listen to me speeding. It's free. And listen, I am sure not listening to you anymore. You do what you wanna. You take what you gotta, but you better leave me. You better leave me with California. California. You better leave me. You better leave me with California. Oh, California. Better leave me. You better leave me with California. Ah, California. Better leave me. You better leave me with California. Oh, California. Oh, California. Thanks, everybody. Stay hydrated. I really appreciate it. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm feeling like Megan wants California. I do. Yes, I do. Thanks everybody. I really appreciate it. This is really fun. Hi Nick. I love that if we had to be in a pandemic, that it at least was in a time where live stream exists and we can all hang out together virtually. Thanks everybody. I really appreciate it. Let's see. I think I might move on to the ukulele now. I don't know why I said it that way. I apologize. This is a new song that I wrote and recorded and released on Patreon. I'm on Patreon. Is Nobody's Girl on Patreon, or is it just Becca? Fist bump. Hope nobody had a high def camera. I've been writing and releasing new music on Patreon monthly, and it's been a really fun journey for me because then I've been able to sort of explore different thoughts and emotions and musical instruments. And this is from 2 months back, this song. The song, I just released a song a couple days ago that I got to experiment with some new instruments I've been playing around with. One was a trumpet, and I sort of hacked my way around on that. It was pretty fun. And the other one was a children's cat piano toy. So if you're interested in going on my musical journey with me, I would love for you to check out my Patreon page, patreon.com/Megan Slankard. This song is called Record Collection, and apparently it's another breakup song. Don't worry, I'll get over it soon. This one is about going back to your exes and getting what is rightfully yours. Right. Your record collection. It's called Record Collection. Might have been alone just a little too long. Might have got the TV keeping me warm. Might have been talking to the walls again. Ain't getting worried till I hear him talk back. Oh, you know I'd rather take the chance of going crazy on my own with your craziness. You got away pretty easily, but you got something that I'm gonna need. I might have stopped counting all the drinks I drink. I might have started eating dinner over the sink. I might have started tucking in my room alone. My neighbors look in my windows. Oh, I know you never take a chance. Then go insane with your crazy plans. Broken hearts heal eventually, but you're still holding on a part of me. So I'm coming over even if I have to see you again. So I hope you pay attention. I'll break down your door if I have to. I'm coming in to get my record collection. I wanna be nice, but ain't asking twice. It's not yours to have, and I'm going anywhere till you give it back. Ooh, 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 ooh. So you cut me to the bone. Might have stopped answering the telephone. Might have had a hard time getting out of bed, but I always got a song that will get me out of it. Oh, you know I'll never really take the chance. So go insane and you'll be crazy plans. Broken hearts heal eventually. You got something that I'm gonna need. So I'm coming over even if I have to see you again. And I hope you're paying attention. I'll break down your door if I have to. I'm coming in to get my record. again. So I hope you're paying attention. I'll break down your door if I have to. I'm coming in to get my record collection. I wanna be nice, but ain't asking twice. It's not yours to have, and I'm going anywhere till you give it back. Ooh, ooh, Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it.
Yay! Oh, you're muted, Rebecca. She never does this. So
I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's a thing. I say you go with it. It's a good bit by now.
it's a long gag.
Yeah, I'm really milking it. I was singing for She's a Jolly Good Fellow, for She's a Jolly Good Fellow.
That was so great. I love
Thanks,
those
everyone.
songs. So good.
Got some real chatter about
Yay,
Megan in the
everyone.
chat.
I appreciate you.
Do check out Megan's Patreon page if you are of the Patreon persuasion. It's a great way to support her. And a few people, including us, have thrown it into the chat, so check that out.
Yay.
Yeah.
It's really fun. I think Patreon's a really great way to be creative these days because you get to create music that you really want to create for people who want to hear what you have to say. And it's like a direct, it's not throwing something into the big ocean of Facebook. It's like a direct connection, you know, between you and like your community. I love it.
Yeah. And I love I mean, each of us are on Patreon, but and I love supporting people on Patreon and like getting the inside scoop on their stuff. It's really, really fun.
Adrian just says, so appropriate for me because my ex took my record collection too, and I just want to say, I'm feeling a picket signs. I'm feeling like we should walk over there right now. We go get your collection back.
Oh, Joanna said, I feel another Patreon subscription coming on.
Ooh, Joanna, do it.
I would be honored.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us,
Thank
Megan.
you for
You're
having
amazing.
me. I'm
This
really
is really
grateful.
fun.
I'm really grateful.
super
You guys are the
fun.
best.
We'll see you later, right?
Yeah, I'll stick around.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. Call me. Bye, Megan. Bye. She's so good. She's
so
just
good. She's
so
so
good.
funny too.
Oh, I know. It's funny. She and I have sort of become friends over quarantine, which is a weird thing. But she was supposed to do a Nobody's Girl spot like 6 months ago, and we did the sound check, and that was when we were doing weekly shows and each doing one. So she was coming on during one of my weeks. So we did a sound check and just had so much fun, and we're like really goofing around and like lots of tech jargon because she's like you and I, like really nerdy and into recording and stuff. So we had a lot of fun talking about that. And then like she couldn't actually do the show. She fell down and hurt her hand. I should have let her tell that story. So like an hour before the show. So another friend of ours, Natalie Price, heroically stepped in at the very last minute. But a few days later, I needed help testing out some gear. So I asked Megan if she'd be willing to hop in and help me, like just listen to how it sounded and do sort of a virtual sound check. And we've just been like in touch a bunch and working on some fun projects together. And just like, I don't know, I didn't expect to make a new friend during this year when I can't leave my house. But I think I can confidently say that I made a new friend, at least one.
I will say, Rebecca, you have the skill of making a friend in any circumstance. So I am not surprised at all. Like, it would not surprise me if you were like, I joined 12 bands this last year because all of them asked me because I'm just friends with all of them now. Like,
Yay!
just letting y'all know.
Well, on that note, I'm
we
going
did miss
to.
one question. Hold on one second.
Shoot. Okay.
How is the
Important.
music scene there where you live? Is it possible to live only being a musician, or do you need a parallel activity?
Parallel
say-
activity. What
I
a
would.
great
I know. I really like that phrase. I will say, Emerson, that if you polled 50 artists in Austin, half of them would say, "Yeah, we can totally make it on a musician's income," and the other half would say, "You absolutely cannot make it on a musician's income." So, I don't know if that's the same everywhere, but would you say that, Rebecca?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many variables. One major one is like how you're willing to live. Like how flexible you're willing to be with your definition of a living. So I mean, because there was a time in my early 20s when I was like, I'm making a living as a musician, but I was like living on like canned beans, and like didn't have health insurance, and I'm not willing to do that anymore. So back then I don't think I would have considered that making a living, or now I don't think you get it. All right, words,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
So anyhow, yeah, I think I am a fan of the parallel activity, because I think that the more pressure you put on your art to support you wholly and logistically, the harder it is on your art. Like it sort of, you're trying to squeeze something logistical and something capitalist out of something ephemeral and emotional. And so I think it's hard, and I think that early in my career I put a real emphasis on wanting to make a living as a musician, because it was such an important piece of my identity. But in retrospect, I wish I had invested, I had worked longer at other things so that I had more money to invest in my early career. So that's sort of my 2 cents. What do you think, Betty Sue?
No, I think that makes sense. I think that's good. I think that's good thoughts.
Well, thank you guys for your questions. You can continue asking us questions, because apparently it's a permanent Q&A around here. Just kidding. We're just a walking Reddit AMA. I'm gonna pass the proverbial baton to my sweet friend and bandmate, the one, the only, Betty Sue and her hair. Hooray!
Right here, this is how high we watched it rise. Right here, here's the waterline. 3 coats still show.
Thanks. I'm going to pass the screen over to Rebecca.
Hooray! Betty Sue! She's so amazing, you guys. It's really, I still sort of have to pinch myself sometimes that I'm in a band with musicians that I have looked up to for so long musically. Betty Sue and I went on one tour together 5 or 6 years ago through the Mid-Atlantic, and we gave a workshop together at Berkeley, and I remember just being like in awe of how cool she was the whole time we were traveling together. So now that like I travel with her all the time and we're always working together on the Nobody's Girl stuff, it's like I just was sitting here watching her play that song and I just got totally lost in it. And I've heard that song hundreds of times. I wrote that song with her and Grace. In fact, all of the songs that Betty Sue and I have been playing tonight are Nobody's Girl co-writes, which is such a fun thing. When we started this band, it started because we wrote one song together and we were just going to go on tour once. And, you know, people who know us have heard the story a bunch of times, but if you're new, here it is. We were a group of friends. We'd known each other for a long time. And we decided to go on tour together once for 3 weeks. So we thought, hey, you know what? It'd be really cool if we had like a number that I sound like my dad. If we all had a real big closing number that we could play together at the end of the night. And we got together for a writing retreat, and Grace had some friends who generously offered to let us use the artist suite at their recording studio to like have a little retreat. And we wrote Queen City in the afternoon. And so then we just started drinking wine, and we had takeout for dinner, and we drank some more wine, and it was like 9 or 10. And we were like, we've got energy to burn. And we wrote, we had a little jam session with another artist who was there. It was very fun, very loose night. And then we wrote one more song. And then the next morning, the people who own the label who owned the studio asked if we wanted to, play them what we'd written, and we did. And then we learned that they owned a record label and they offered us a record deal as a band. And it was sort of like, well, I mean, we haven't ever actually played a show together. We really just wrote our first song together yesterday, but sure. I mean, none of us wanted to turn down this really cool opportunity as a group. So that's sort of how Nobody's Girl was born. And back when we had 2 songs, we wrote 2 or 3 more, and that became our first Waterline EP. And then we went out on tour, and we would play shows where we would sort of sing harmony on each other's original songs, and then also play, the Nobody's Girl originals we had. And we said, wouldn't it be amazing if someday we could play a full set that was all Nobody's Girl songs? And it's so fun, and it just seemed like a pipe dream. But not last year, but the year before last, we spent a lot of time co-writing, a whole full-length album's worth of songs. And so now when we've been doing these shows, had a lot of original Nobody's Girl material to play, which has been so fun. And it's been really fun getting to trade off who sings what and to hear each single member's interpretation of songs that we all usually sing together as a group. So anyhow, there are some silver linings to be had, I suppose, albeit small ones. I'm going to play you guys a song that I wrote with my bandmates, Grace Pettis and Betty Sue, one day when we had a day off on tour in Ireland back in 2019. First Nope. Wait till it comes around again. First you learn to breathe. Nobody has to teach you. Then you learn to walk. Now nobody can reach you. Where you run into. Does ivy need to climb? Or is it just her custom to leave the ground behind, lingering and lonesome? Where you run into. Where you run into. Run wild, run free, run to where you need to be. Maybe one gone rushing out, and the bumblebees are turning, the geese are flying south, April skies are storming. Where you running to? 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 Thank you guys so much. Well, this has been so much fun, and I want to thank all of you who are just chatting with us. It's what makes these shows so fun, is it feels like we are just hanging with our friends. Oops, I saw Betty Sue for a second. We'll get her back in a minute. But it just feels like we're hanging with our friends, and like we get to know what you're thinking about during the songs, which is so fun. And that's going to be a weird transition when we get back out into the real world. And I'm going to be expecting to look out in the audience and see thought bubbles over all of your heads. And it's also just, I don't know, it's really made me feel a lot closer to a lot of you guys, especially those of you who come every single week. You guys, or every month when we play these shows, you are so sweet and so kind. And I would be remiss if I didn't say a huge thank you to everyone who has thrown money in the tip jar so far. And if you are enjoying the show, if you would like to help us continue performing for you, we would absolutely really appreciate it if you were to share a little bit of money in the tip jar. If this seems like the kind of show that you might, I don't know, pay for, buy a ticket for in the real world, you can pay for it, buy a ticket for it tonight over at our website, wearenobodiesgirl.com/store. The thing that I keep coming back to is that, you know, we live in this time when music is free. It's amazing. If you had told me when I was a kid that I could open up an application and listen to any song that I wanted to hear at any given moment, I would not have believed you. But it's really cool. And as a music fan, I love it. And as a musician, I love having such direct access to my audience. But it also means that the structure of how music is paid for has completely changed. And now, rather than music being held back and unavailable unless you pay for it, now you have all the music you could possibly want to listen to anytime you want to hear it, and you have the option of paying for it when you're able to. And so I guess bottom line is music is now paid for by the people who choose to show up for it. So thank you guys for choosing to show up for us. We really, really deeply appreciate it. We've got a link up, on the screen below me, and it'll be there for most of the night, where if you would like to contribute, you can. We appreciate you so much. And with no further ado, I'm now going to throw it to my virtual holographic sister, the one and only Ms. Grace Pettis.
This is one of those Nobody's Girl songs that I am particularly proud to have written with Rebecca and Betty Sue. It's one called Birthright. It's going to be on our new record. Number one mom, handing out water on the sidelines to the team. Right there, yelling in the bleachers when they crown my sister queen. Right there in every photo online I've ever seen. Number one mom for her new family, but left me when I was 3. And what do you do? What do you do with that? My dad put his father's bronze star in a case by the nightstand. But Most of what is that he gave him was the back of his hand. He was a war hero and a real fair boss and a church-going man. The bruises fade, but it never stops hurting where the punches land. And what do you do? What do you do with that right beneath the surface? You just started to scratch those answers to the questions you don't know how to ask yourself. How do you carry what you can't give back? Oh, you've inherited after the fact. What do you do? Your family came to this country in chains, to a place that didn't care where they were from and that tried to erase their names. And my family still lives on the land we bought with blood and pain. When our kids start asking, what do we tell them? How do we explain that right beneath the surface you just started to scratch those answers to the questions you don't know how to ask yourself? How do you carry what you can't give back? Oh, you've inherited after the fact. What do you do? What do you do with that?
Ah, dreamy Grace. We are so lucky that Grace is such a devoted person to her community. She worked so hard to, make the world a better place, and her volunteerism is inspiring to all of us. Well, we are going to do a little covers round, and we're each going to play a song that feels like, I don't know, just like, I guess, giving a little taste of what other songs we love, what other songwriters we admire. And this is one by a great Texas songwriter who's no longer with us, and I haven't played it in years, actually, and I just started playing it again. But it's one of my favorite songs, and it's written by David Rodriguez.
Comfort me, said she, through conversation with the cocktails and the candlelight in your eyes. It's funny how we hunger for inspiration just to hear the gypsy play one more lilting cowboy tune. And as the rivers run dry and the mountains blow away, I sing of lovers and how they lay beneath this crazy frontier moon. Well, I ain't no golden boy, and I ain't no Grecian dancer, and I ain't no loudmouth cowboy from the west. And I'm not the kind of man with all the answers, but I surely know the songs that suit me best. Lately I've had something on my mind, growing stronger all the time, calling out when I'm alone. I'm a poet and I'm bound to walk the line between the real and the sublime, and give the muses back their own. It's a penny for your thoughts, $1 for your kisses, and I keep a running tab on the time. 'Cause what I've got the most of is what she misses. The clock is hers and the hourglass is mine. I'm her lover, not a man bent on revenge, hanging out here in the fringe of my native borderlands, counting the days the sun shone golden across her head, lying on the banks of the bayou's edge, kicking up some southeast Texas sand. Comfort me, said she, with your conversation, the cocktails, and the candlelight in your eyes. It's funny how we hunger for inspiration, and everything else the money can't buy. Oh, and everything else that money just can't buy. Everything else that money just won't buy.
That's The Ballad of the Snow Leopard and the Tanqueray Cowboy by David Rodriguez. And I can't wait to hear what cover Rebecca Loby has for us. We didn't even discuss with each other what we were going to do, so I'm totally ready for a beautiful surprise. You're muted.
That was so gorgeous. I don't know what's going on with my mute tonight. We could probably, read something deep and psychological into it, but let's not and say we did. That was so pretty. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Okay. I'm back. My goodness. I wasn't sure what I'm going to play for you guys tonight, but I'm going to play a song that I have closed a lot of my live shows with. I love to play for people on their birthdays, and it's just, I think, it's almost like a new American standard in terms of familiarity, and also just in terms of being like a really nice sentiment, I think. And so I'm sending this one out to any of you guys who might need to hear this one tonight. Here you go. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars, shine on every rung, and may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. And may you build a ladder to the stars and shine on every rung, and may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever And may you grow up to be righteous. Nope, that was the second verse. Sorry. Gosh. And may your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation for when the winds of changes shift. And may your heart always be joyful. And may your song always be sung. And may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. Oh gosh, I can't wait either, MRA, till I'm back out there in person, till we're all together in person and we can all just smell each other and hug and sing. It's going to be really fun. Anyhow, this has been a really fun night. We've just got a few songs left for you. I am going to pass it once again to my holographic sister, Grace Pettis, who is currently out in the field volunteering for folks helping administer COVID vaccines. And if you are interested in learning how to help administer COVID vaccines in your community, you probably wouldn't be doing the actual like pokey, but there are lots of other jobs that need to be done by non-medical professionals. You can absolutely be of service helping with this vaccine rollout. And we absolutely, if you feel it is safe for you to do so, we would love to give you information to participate. So we're going to kick it back over to Grace and we'll put some info on screen for you to sign up to volunteer to vaccinate folks if you want to. All right. Thanks so much. Holographic Grace, come on stage. Come on the virtual stage.
Sad to hear recently of the passing of Mary Wilson of the Supremes. Fantastic girl group from the 60s, the girl group of the 60s of all time. And Mary Wilson, she didn't sing lead on most of the songs. She only sang like something like 1 in 10 songs she would sing lead on. But she had a really cool voice, and she was just a unique force and person. And I actually got to meet her back in 2016 at this gala for this organization called Survive to Thrive that my friend Courtney Santana started, that sort of helps survivors of domestic violence. And she sang for this gala and was incredible. And so anyway, in honor of Mary Wilson, whose birthday is coming up as well, this is a song that the Supremes did called Our Day Will Come. Our day will come and we'll have everything. We'll share the joy. Falling in love can bring. No one can tell me that I'm too young to know. I love you so, and you love me. Our day will come if we just wait a while. No tears for us. Face life and wear a smile. Our dreams have magic because we'll always stay in love this way. Our day will come. Our day will come and we'll have everything. We'll share the joy. Falling in love can bring. No one can tell me that I'm too young to know. I love you so, and you love me. Our day will come if we just wait a while. No tears for us. Face life and wear a smile. Our dreams have magic because we'll always stay in love this way. Our day will come. Our day will come. Our day will
Oh,
Hooray!
hooray, Grace.
Gorgeous.
What a cool tune.
Love that.
That was
Really
so
cool
good.
changes in that one. I hadn't heard that song before. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Beautiful rendition.
That was beautiful. Well, we want to say a huge thanks to Drew Pierce and our friends at Inside Lands for co-promoting this show for us, and to everyone who we've just met through Inside Lands, tuning in for the first time to us tonight. Thank you so much for taking a chance on a new show. And yeah, Inside Lands, thank you so much for co-promoting this with us. It really, really makes a huge difference.
Yeah, it's so nice to be able to kind of feel like we're in a house concert, like performing from your house to everybody. So it's really, really wonderful. I would really like to bring our friend Megan Slankard back. If Me too. You feel good about it? Okay, let's bring her on. Hi. Oh, now you're muted.
No, I'm muted.
It's
I'm
contagious.
still here.
Catching.
It's gotten dark inside my house, though.
Yeah. Times are changing.
Quickly.
Literally.
My how things change quickly. Well, as y'all, for those of y'all who are regular viewers of NBG TV, you know that we usually do a little pass around song where each of us plays different sections of a song. And since we didn't have Grace with us this week, we asked Megan if she would be willing to join us in a cover together, and she said no, but we said, well, do you want to play this gig or not? And then she said yes. So then she said yes.
I like to be a team player.
She did not say no. I'm just kidding. But anyway, this was a song that we all loved, and we were super excited to bring it to you.
Sing along, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Words are flowing out like endless rain into a paper cup. They slither while they pass, they slip away across the universe. Pools of sorrow, waves of joy are drifting through my open mind, possessing and caressing me.
Jai Guru Deva. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world.
Images of broken light which dance before me like a million eyes. They call me on and on across the universe. Thoughts meander like a restless wind inside a letterbox. They tumble blindly as they make their way across the universe.
Jai Guru Deva. Oh, nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world.
Sounds of laughter, shades of life are ringing through my opened ears, inciting and inviting me. Limitless, undying love which shines around me like a million suns and calls me on and on across the universe.
Jai Guru Deva. Oh, nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world.
Nothing's gonna change my world. Jai Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva.
We did it.
Yay! Thanks for joining us on that, Megan.
Thanks
You
for
make it
having
so
me,
great.
Nobody's Girl. I love
Thank
you
you
guys.
So much.
You've been one of our favorite Nobody's Girlfriends.
Absolutely.
I mean, I hope none of the rest of them are tuning in. I didn't say the favorite. I said one. So if you're watching, you're one of the favorites too.
Before
I'm
we
just
let you
honored
go,
to be one
Megan.
of 'em.
Oh, yay. Before we let you go, we want to invite you to participate in our monthly tradition of the Nobody's Girl parting pitch round. It's a quick, rapid fire barrage of information about where you might be able to find each of us solo throughout the month. So I will start. The show that I have coming up that I'm most excited about is actually with my friend Megan Slankard. And I'm mentioning this in case she has something else that she wants to mention. On March 14th, Megan and I are playing a show on Zoom together with our friends Mouths of Babes, and it's called the Spring Forward Show, and it is a way that we can all celebrate diving into a new season. Are you ready for a new season? I'm ready for a new season. So you can find a link to that up over on my Instagram page, probably on Megan's Facebook or Instagram page. Definitely on both of our Patreon pages. And there's a whole bunch of treats you can get for getting more and more involved with it. If you join any of us on Patreon, we'll send you a signed poster, and there are ways to get other prizes. So that's the deal. Spring Forward Show, March 14th on Zoom, so we can see your pretty faces. It's going to be fun. Okay, that's it for me.
It's a really cute poster too. I'm just gonna say.
Megan designed
You
it.
want it. You want
After
it. It's super
Megan
cute.
designed that poster after telling us that she can kind of draw, but not really. And we were
gosh,
like, all
that's
right, well,
amazing.
I know it's so beautiful. And she was like, I'll show you some examples of my stuff. And the rest of us were like, what? It was so great. So we're like, yeah, you're hired. You've got the job. Actually, if you look at my Instagram yesterday, I posted a drawing of what it would have looked like if I had done it. Which is what I think of when someone says they can't really draw, which is like a stick figure of a lady diving. So go check that out. If you.
It was
I have
good
to
too.
say, I really liked that post.
It's kind of my favorite thing on the internet.
I know.
I do what I can. I do what I can.
I agree.
Well, I do a show every Tuesday on Zoom called Nobody's Happy Hour, and I have a special guest every week, and we trade off. Oh my gosh, cat. Okay, I am like, when people are like squirrel, I'm like that with cats on screen because
He's
I really
hungry.
miss my cat. My cat currently lives in Vermont. It's very sad. Anyway, and I have a special guest every week. We spin this wheel. It tells us what to do. We do all these crazy things on the spot. Like, it's like kind of a half song swap, half improv show, and a lot of things can go wrong. So it's really, really, really fun. And I know we're only supposed to pitch one thing, but I have to say that this weekend is Towns Van Zant's birthday. And every year, the Cactus Cafe, for 22 years, the Cactus Cafe has hosted a big birthday salute to him. And this year is the first time it'll be online, but at least it's happening. So, yeah, happy about that. It's not
What about
really
you,
my
Megan?
show, but I just
No, that's great. That's great. You're playing in it, I assume?
yeah, one song.
Yeah, one song. Well, it sounds wonderful. All right, Megan, what's going on in your world? Pitch us something.
I want to pitch you the Spring Forward show as well, and I just wanted to add one more thing about it. Is Rebecca and Mouths of Babes and I will all be playing, as Rebecca said, Spring Forward show on March 14th, Sunday, March 14th, starting at noon Pacific time. So wherever you are in the world, do the math because I can't. But I just want to say, if you, the reason I am so excited about the show is because I get to play with people I'm super huge fans of, and I just want to bring their music to my fans, and it just feels like such a fun collaboration. Everything about it has been such a fun collaboration. The whole setting it all up, getting together and coming up with ideas. It's been so much fun, and I think the enthusiasm is catching, and I just want you guys to be a part of it, because it's these wonderful artists that I get to play with on that day. They're amazing people as well as amazing artists. So come check it out. And if you become a patron of all 3 of ours, we're going to send you a Spring Forward Diver pin, which is a cool little acrylic die cut pin of our Spring Forward Diver, and it's kind of cool.
It is cool.
It's fun. So check it out. It's gonna be fun. It's a free show.
Our friend Tom, who is like one of the greatest music supporters out there in the universe, who is already a patron of Rebecca, myself, and Grace, just said he just signed up for Megan's Patreon.
Yay!
So ding, 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 ding. There needs to be one of those bells where you're like, ding.
Tom gets a poster.
Tom gets a poster.
Love
It
that.
looks like Joanna and Joey also did, and I just
my
wanted
gosh,
to say thank you
yay.
so much. We'll send you guys
Thank
a poster
you.
too. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful and have fun listening to all of the weird music that I create. Sorry in advance about all the cat keyboards, the children's cat keyboards.
I love that.
Thank you,
thank
Nobody's Girl.
Thanks for being our guest. We have
love you.
loved having you, and we can't wait to
you so
hang out
much.
in person.
I know. Virtual hugs.
I know.
Virtual hugs. Oh, she's so good.
She's so good.
All right, guys. Well, the time has come. We are going to play one more song for you. That also means this is my last opportunity to remind y'all that although the show tonight is free, you're welcome to pay for it. You can click on the link on our website.
We shan't refuse.
We are nobodiesgirl.com/store. And if you go to that site, we've got merch there. You can pre-order our record. You can get some sweet swag, but also you can buy yourself a ticket for this show tonight. If you've enjoyed it, we've certainly enjoyed singing for you. And any support that you are able to give us would be gratefully received and appreciated. And thank you in advance. And thank you to everybody who's contributed so far tonight. You guys are very kind to us. Betty Sue, do you want to play a song with me?
Let's do one last song.
Let's. All right. Here we go. All right. This is, you may recall from the story earlier of the birth of Nobody's. That was my chair. The birth of Nobody's Girl. My chair made a squeaking sound. It really was my chair. It was my cable on my chair.
chair's so noisy.
It's like, all right. Earlier when we were talking about how Nobody's Girl came to be, we played the song Queen City, which is the first song we wrote. And then we drank some wine, and then we had dinner, and we had a jam session throughout which we drank wine. And then we went back to our apartment, and we were so inspired by the jam and the wine that we then wrote this song. You're not such a good idea, but I'm pulling for it. My friends wouldn't give you a green light, but I'm gonna floor it.
When you call me after midnight, I want you more than I should. Then you stop by trying to act like you were just in the neighborhood.
What'll I do? What'll I do? What'll I do about you? About you? What'll I do? What'll I do? What'll I do about you? About you? About you?
You're gonna be a poet, or maybe a chef. Yeah, you're pretty and you know it. Not a safe bet.
I can see you, just got a tattoo. Is that supposed to be Van Gogh? Can you stay here? 'Cause your rent's due something like 3 months ago.
What'll I do? What'll I do? What'll I do about you? About you? What'll I do? What'll I do? What'll I do about you? About you? About you?
What'll I do?
right, thanks again to everybody. Thanks to Inside Lands. Thanks to our guest, Megan Slankard. And behind the scenes, nobody can see her, but she is helping pull all the strings. Miss Brittany, we so appreciate you. Everybody have a really great night. We'll see you next time.
Night, guys. Thanks.